Alola, everybody! Welcome to Foreverlocke finale number 40. Here in the beautiful Artisan with the perfectly working windmill. Yeah, I don't have a Switch 2 yet. I wanted to, would have liked to, throughout the playthrough, have obtained my Switch 2 and then be able to see some of the updates as I went along with this specific playthrough of the Foreverlocke. Haven't been able to get to it yet because it's sold out. A lot of people want it. Makes sense. I'll get it sometime in the future, and likely the next time we get to the Switch game, especially Scarlet Violet, you will notice the difference. For now, we're still just on the regular Switch. Works fine. So, we're in the 4th loop of the games. Gonna end playthrough 40, and then after this we're gonna reset back to Gen 1. This is our team. We have Yulia the Flamigo, who's been the main battle in our team, although Smash has done a lot too. Yulia and Smash have done most battles. Miss Piggy's been there, been okay, not been great. Would have liked to have high horsepower on it, but it wasn't able to get to it. Smash the TInkaton. Useful sword time. The Gigaton Hammer. This is the first time I've ever used a TInkaton, and I've been looking forward to when I got around to it. Gigaton, just the design of TInkaton, plus the hammer, plus the power of the move compared to its stats. I think it's really good design combination of everything. Flint's nice. I haven't used him too much. Occasionally its typing has worked out. It has Spore, so that could work out if I need to. Light Froggy's had these moves since the start. As Terra Ice, because it came from a Raid Crystal, and Terra Ice has been useful on a few occasions. And then Fuecoco's there. All Pokemon have some sense of EV training, although mostly just due to, I believe it's called the Power Bracer. It's the Power Bracer for attack, and then the Power Lens is special attack. All except Flint have had that training. Flint just more averages it a bit out. The rest either has their attack or special attack maxed out for what I could do by the time that I got those items. And then the rest is just sort of averaged out by random wild Pokemon and trainers that I fought. We did unfortunately lose one Pokemon. We had Minecraft, the Knuckle Stack. Obviously it's Minecraft, it's a bunch of squares. Unfortunately, we lost Minecraft. It was just random Paldea and Tauros, and I decided to not switch, and I just thought I was cool. Or something, and then I decided to attack, even though at the start of the battle I realized this thing has Sturdy. As long as I have Sturdy, I'll be okay. I didn't heal back up, so I had less HP. They crit me with Double Kick. Yeah, that was it. So I replaced Minecraft with Light Froggy. And this has been our team since. Only one death, which is pretty good. I do have the DLC on Scarlet, not on Violet. This is Scarlet, so I did have the XP charm to make use of, which was nice to help me a little bit in getting some XP for certain battles, made it a bit safer, and in the later game I was able to skip some areas just to go straight for certain things, like the fighting base, just skip the entire Dragon Tower area. Skipped a bunch of late game trainer battles. Feel confident enough. Although now I'm a little bit scared of the finale and hope that Yulia won't get outpaced by like outsped by certain opponents. Although, the two Pokemon that I'm mostly worried about on that fight, the finale fight, don't actually have a super effective move on Yulia. Although, technically one of them does, but I can Terra into fighting to undo that. And they are for sure faster. We'll get to that when we get to that. I think it's finale time. I want to play with Pokemon! I also want to play with Pokemon. Let's get going. I'm only... Oh wait, it's Jigglypuff. Actually no, I'm not using Screen Tone, never mind. No, actually, yeah. Sorry Jigglypuff, you have to. It's a Ditto! I was gonna smash him. Jigglypuff. Alright, you get smashed. Gigaton Hammer! Such a satisfying move animation. Still not as good as Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. What was Zerora's move called? I'm trying to remember. Is that a Ditto in the... Excuse me? Is that a bag climbing? Huh? I first thought it was a Ditto climbing, and I thought, wait, you can't normally see Ditto, and then that. That was weird. So there's only 2 Pokemon that I intend to use in the main fights in the finale, those being my main 2 battlers, Yulia the Flamigo, and then Smash the Tinkaton. But I do like to use old Pokemon in the finales like you've gotten used to from me. I try to whenever it's safe, and sometimes there's a really good 1x, like a Graveler or some 1x. Probably will get a shot at something. And sometimes there's certain URs that I don't use, because they're not that great, like maybe Spinda. Or I just have other better ones, in this case like Flamigo and Tinkaton. And I intentionally chose Oinkologne at the start because I felt that with Flamigo, I didn't need that much backup. I chose Tinkaton to help resist some moves that Flamigo wouldn't be able to deal with well. And that way I got to use some other cool moves. I got to use Gigaton Hammer with it, which is really nice. Oh wait, I still have skip cutscenes on, don't I? I need to have that on for the finale. No, I need to have that off so the cutscenes are on. Not that a lot will be skipped. But I do want that on. I feel like last time in the finale I decided I should actually skip this section. Because there isn't a lot of finale, this is just story. So maybe I do this bit and then maybe the jump into Area 0 is where I start. Or I go into Area 0 then escape, because I like to start the finale outside of Area 0 but then just go in again. I don't know. Maybe the jump into Area 0, because then we at least skip these cutscenes. Saves us a couple minutes if not a lot happening. Because normally, in most games, you just get the league, you do some talking, I do a bit of my talking, intro, show the team, stuff like that. And then I can get straight to Lorelei, or to Will, or to Aaron, or whoever is first. Might be Essarola. Might be Mullane. But yeah. It's in there this time because I didn't think about it early enough. Something I like to do with this game, considering it's sort of open world, is to have the Nemona rival fights at different gyms. But normally, the Nemona fights that happen at gyms are right before you fight Gym 3, right before you fight Gym 7, and right after you fight Gym 5. Because one of them is after and the rest is before, you're unable to fight Nemona at the same gym 3 times. However, the Gym 3 and the Gym 7 Nemona fight can be fought at the same gym. And then I just do 5 with a different one. So, every playthrough since the previous one, in Violet, I've done things in a weird order. Let me actually check what it was for... The last time I did the Bug Gym for the Gym 3 and 7 fights, and then Montenevera, where the Ghost Gym is, for Gym 5. So now I changed it up. I skipped the Artisan Gym, which is the Grass Gym. Of course it did. Okay, we'll go down. I skipped Artisan. My second... I did every other challenge, the bases, the Titans, in the normal level order. But then, after I had beaten Iona, which is normally the 3rd gym, but is now my 2nd gym, I went back to Artisan to trigger the Nemona fight at Artisan. However, then I didn't actually fight Artisan, because you could just then, after the Nemona fight, walk away. I did. Which meant that Gym 4 in Cascarafa, the water gym, was my Gym 3. And then for Gym... the normal Gym 5, Larry, was my Gym 4. Then I went to what normally is Gym 7, because I decided Alfornada would be my Gym 5. Especially, at least the Nemona fight had to be there, so I chained up a bit more. Oh, we did skip that cutscene. I guess that helped to skip a bit of time. Okay. Not much sound there. Probably intentional. Quiet first. Yeah. We'll get the music later. I'll have the cutscenes on me to make sure I do that. So yeah, I fought the Psychic Gym at Alfornada 5th for my 5th gym, even though it's normally the 7th one. So that after the gym I'd have the Nemona fight there with Gita watching and get the Terra Blast TMs. Then I went back to what normally is Gym 6 and actually did that one as Gym 6, which was the Ghost Gym in Montenevera. And then immediately after that, I went to Artisan, where the Grass Gym is, to do that one as Gym 7. With the Nemona fight right before it. So it was basically Psychic Gym, Nemona, Ghost Gym, Nemona, Grass Gym. Because after that Nemona fight, there was nothing else really to control. So I just did the Grass Gym and it was super easy. Pretty sure I used Tadbulb, my Light Froggy for that, just because it's fun. Maybe I actually used Fuecoco, at least on one of them. That could be a thing I did. And then I just did the rest in order again. Great Tusk, Ortega, Grusha, and everyone. Alright, let's get down to Area 0. I'll be quiet for the first bit, because it is nice to hear the music. Although I will be battling with some of my Pokemon. The way this music hits, still so beautiful the first time I came here. I love it. Oh, there's a cute flower. Let's fight the cute flower. Gigaton Hammer! Bye. So, does this count as the beating big Pokemon with small moves? I usually do at least one of those. Hi, Venomoth. Fight me. Let's destroy this one. Terraform! Go! Fuecoco! One of my favorite Pokemon. So cute and adorable. Fuecoco's gonna do this adventure with me. What? You are faster! Hey, Coco, destroy the flamethrower! Colave's still my favorite Pokemon. Zeraora's probably second. And then Coco is in consideration for being third. It's been a long time since I've thought about my favorite Pokemon overall. It is something I've been thinking of again, to continue doing top 10s per region, and then from there, build what my top 10 is overall. I'm actually interested in what that would turn out to be. I know Quilava is there, Zeraora is for sure there. Let's see, what's next? Ooh. A Light Froggy. Oh yeah, Conrad Koraidon. I have something for you to fight. Let's see how much acid spray does. It's super effective with another. Oh. I'm trying to actually battle you, Jumpluff, to use all the Poké. This doesn't count as having used Light Frog. It hasn't actually done anything. I just happened to send it out in battle. You then. Fight me. And don't memento turn 1. That works. That's a spray. Okay, now that your special defense is dropped and effectively halved, I'm going to absolutely destroy you. 4 times super effective, and now extra double damage because of the stat drops. Terra Blast Ice. Let's go, Light Froggy. Terra Ice. I like how Terra Blast is a different enough animation for each one. It's more than what, let's say, the Gigantamax moves do to differentiate themselves from the regular move. Some of them aren't much different. I like how Terra Blast is pretty different for each type. The lighting, I noticed in multiple shots, even when looking like over the edge earlier when the music started. Looking at Lab 1. Didn't really look that good. I hope it switched 2, that's one of the better things. Alright, chill. Fight me. Earth power. Alright. That's it. Almost forgot. This place is pretty. I would love to see this place even prettier. Spawns are better, area looks better, better frame rate in Switch 2. Some spots that don't look great, like the Artisan Windmill, the Casoria Lake with more encounters, the lag, the massive lag around. That's it now. The fairy base. Let's see how much different that is. Okay, I can ask my Pokemon again. We're just gonna take the shortcut. Because I know where to go. I'm not gonna explore the entire thing. I'm not gonna grab everything because we've been here a couple times before. Research rations. La 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 la. Normally Lycanroc can do a lot already in this fight, but yeah, Gigaton Hammer! And we win. We're fine. If you don't like it, smash your hammer at it. Tips from Alco1 and A3. To make sure Pokemon don't evolve, because Coco is just a baby. Coco just a baby. Coco, you're not gonna evolve, right? No. You're just gonna stay Coco. We have Skeledirge in the Hall of Fame. I have, let's see, Quaxwell I used one time, and I think Sprigatito. Coco. I intend to use Meowscarada and Quaquaval in Violet, because both I'm able to transfer over an ability patch to get their hidden abilities, and I think both of them with their hidden ability are really nice. One with Protean for Meowscarada, and then Moxie for Quaquaval is huge, especially with Aqua Step boosting its speed. That's massive. I Focus Sash on my bottom 3 Pokemon because I don't expect to use them much, and that way they have a confirmed turn to attack to do something with. There's good special defense on Toadschool, and they have good special attack too, so they might be able to do something, especially if it's a super effective move. But to have that confirmed Spore, I think Focus Sash would be more useful, more likely to be useful than Eviolite, which I had on them for a large portion of the playthrough. Either that or Everstone if I didn't think I'd use them for a while, because then I wouldn't have to cancel evolutions. But right now, Focus Sash, just in case I want to use. I don't expect to use. I think Flamigo will be fine for the final battle, but I have other options, and with Focus Sash, I'm able to use the rest, at least for one attack, even if maybe Coco or Toadschool like Flint, they have to go down at some point. But at least they can get an attack off, weaken something, perhaps put something to sleep with Spore. We can do our best thing. I'd like to be prepared. Something I forgot to do because I was kind of rushing at the end of yesterday and then today to get to the finale today, because I knew yesterday, with where I'd gotten to, that I wouldn't have enough time left to fill an entire 4-hour stream before the finale, and I didn't want to do then the finale right after. I like to keep the finale on a separate day. So I decided to just play a lot last night and then today to get to the finale. Oh, the draft record gone. Look, it's a Jigglypuff! That's why I was thinking of smashing the Jigglypuff earlier, because this thing's weak to it. Did you know that in a Pokemon anime, one of the evil team, and probably the most fitting character, caught a Screamtail by accident, but they have it on their team now, and it's great. I love that they have Screamtail. She likes to scream too. Alright, let's smash it. Gigaton Hammer! And one shot again. The reveal that there's an actual time machine in this game, that was cool. I understand that it'll probably explain better if we're together thing, but at the same time, she's hiding a lot of information. What if she's actually evil and we just try to set her free into the world? Hi, I want to fight you. I just felt like doing that. We don't have the Master Ball yet, do we? I don't think so. We get that after this, so I'm not going to catch a Pokemon yet. So we have Roaring Moon, we have Iron Valiant, and I caught Iron Bundle and called it Delibird, but with a bunch of symbols that look like, make it look like I wrote Delibird. The intent is to catch Screamtail here and to effectively catch them in dex order. But because I can only get one Area Zero encounter per playthrough, it's going to take a while to get everything obtained in this game. Now, it'll be a couple of playthroughs. Alright, Flamingo. Okay, I'm gonna show you my own Flamingo. Hi. I'm gonna take a couple of playthroughs to get to all the starters, because this is assuming all the starters make it in the playthrough that I start, that I use them in, they get them in at the start. I need another 5 playthroughs. There's another 9. What's a Pokemon? Paradox Pokemon waiting for me, I believe. Yep. 1 in this playthrough, so I need another 8. Flint's gonna try and evolve. Nope. You're also not allowed to evolve. I wouldn't quite call you a baby. Tadbulb and Fuecoco look more like babies. But this works. Is there anything here that's weak to Ghost? Anything that can be remotely hit by Ghost? Let's just use you. I'm gonna do a cool thing. As long as you don't hit me too hard yet. Okay, that's fine. My screen. Oh, the move I was gonna use is special. Except right now it's special. Next turn it won't be. Falls asleep. Oh, hey, Miss Piggy. Terraform! Terra Ghost! Ghost Terra Block! Bye-bye. One thing I like about certain 1Xs, especially in games where you have the team-wide XP share from just Gen 6 onwards, if your 1Xs or 2Xs don't evolve by level, whether it's by trait like a Machoke or by stone like with Light Froggy, I don't have to ever put an Everstone on it, I don't have to ever cancel evolutions. Because it doesn't evolve by level. I don't have to cancel Flint and Coco in this one. Actually, I want to do one more with Coco for a cool screenshot. Ah, look, it's another target. Oh, Volcarona in the distance. Coco, get him! Quick with 2 screenshots. Neither look too amazing. Not too bad. Let's do this thing. And I suppose I should correct myself on something I said earlier about the paradoxes. Great Tusk and Iron Treads are the exceptions to the rule if you can only get one paradox per playthrough. Actually, I might have said what was correct. You can only get one Paradox in Area 0 per playthrough. Grey Tusk and Iron Treads are static encounters after you beat the Titan form. So they are in the desert, static encounters, you can catch them, and then also get something else. So in the first playthrough, Violet, I got both Iron Treads and then Iron Valiant in Area 0. First playthrough in Scarlet, I got Grey Tusk, and then I caught Roaring Moon in Area 0. Hopefully you just help me from here, okay? I like how Penny is the only one that figures out that it's probably not very heartwarming, because why else would Karana be scared? Penny's gone through being hurt, being scared, being mentally not wanting to be near people, even if it's a person that mentally hurt you, if that person is associated with a space, such as a school, then even though that person is not school anymore, you don't feel confident or you're comfortable being at that school. And Penny, with what she's been through with her characteristics, she's able to catch on to that. Perhaps because she's gone through similar things herself as well. Screamtail. Gosh, I can't switch my Pokemon now because they're talking. I wanted to smash more of them with the hammer. Oh look, it's just regular Dunsparce. Because they didn't want to put their evolution out there. Yay, I got to smash things. Hi, Screamtail. Fight me. Gigaton Hammer! Just to get some levels out of this as well. It makes the final fight a bit safer. It's Flutterman. That's actually one of the ones I'm worried about for the final fight. But it doesn't actually have a fairy move. So that makes it less scary. But it is fast and it hits really well on the special side. And that's scary because I don't have any special defense boosters. I just have bulk up, which ups my physical defense. And its piggy can go up with work up, which is just its attacking stats. And then TInkaton only goes up with its attack to the sword stance. Hi, Screamtail. I'm gonna smash you. Gigaton Hammer! And what, if you happen to be reading the text at the bottom, Penny's just saying exactly what I said earlier about her not feeling comfortable in that place that she has bad memories of. Next research station's right there. But I see another Screamtail. And this thing needs to get smashed super hard. I'll smash. Let's really smash this one. Terraform! Yeah! Gigaton Hammer! Very dead Screamtail. No, Coco, you're not evolving. You're still just a baby. It's a Gigaton spice. Let's beat up one of those. See if Brick breaks enough with the level difference. Remember, the Tinkaton's attack bar isn't that high. Ow! That's not okay. You know what, I'm gonna be ultra safe, just in case they for some reason are faster. Let's get out of here. Like, if they're suddenly faster and we were on a speed high, and they have drill run, then please no, I don't want that. Oh, this place looks a bit different. This is the place I'll probably go back to catch Screamtail later on. Because you can just find one closest to this research station. You could easily teleport to it. Get to the bottom. Nice Screamtail. I'm not gonna smash you anymore. I'll destroy one of the spiders though. I haven't destroyed it. I could have destroyed it with Play Rough earlier, but I'm not. I'm gonna use close combat instead. Hi Fluttermane, hi Floaty Screamtail. How you doing? Who that TM is, I don't remember. Probably not Terra Blast, but I also wouldn't be surprised. Maybe it's Explosion. Shadow Ball. I don't think any of my monsters are Shadow Ball. Let's check. I didn't see what number that was. Actually, do any of my monsters have Toxic Spikes? I could do Toxic Spikes in case it becomes a stall match, but I can only do it with Flint. Flint's not good against their first Pokemon. I don't think it's ever worth it. I should just set up on their first Pokemon, so I'm not gonna do it. It won't help in a stall match, so... All of them can get affected by Toxic Spikes, though. Is there anything that I can do well against? Against Brood Bonnet would be the option. Actually, now that I think about it... I'll put Toxic Spikes on. Just in case. It might help. Just where am I going to use it? Like, Grass moves will use it against Sandy Shocks. Not going to hit me that hard anyway. Instead of Gigaton. I could even put Dazzling Gleam on... What's it? On Flint. Flint is a ground move and a grass move. Both are getting Sandy Shocks. Ground move at least is still getting Roaring Moon. The rest it doesn't really matter. To have an extra option for Roaring Moon would be nice, I guess. Where's Dazzle? Maybe do Stomping Tantrum on Oinkalon? Because I'm not going to use Ghost Terra Blast. Because it's special move unless I Terra. I'm not going to use Ghost Terra. I guess I'm maybe against Screamtail. That'd be the most comfortable place to set up. But Oinkalon's not the best Pokemon to use for that. And then if I Ghost Terra, then Roaring Moon kills me. I'll just Stomping Tantrum just in case I use it against Sandy Shocks. I think that's a good idea. And then Dazzling Gleam instead of Power Whip. Because there's nothing weak to grass in there except Sandy Shocks, but I can hit that with Earth Power. We have... yeah, UDR first, that's what I wanted. And here comes the information that you should have just said before, just so we can be more mentally prepared. Oh yeah, thanks for opening the stuff. Now that we're going to open it, dangerous Pokemon are going to come out. It doesn't really change how we're going to tackle the situation, but it's still... Yeah... So this is one of the cutscenes that would have been skipped because it is different. It doesn't have the normal cutscenes. It's alright, buddy. Here come the dangerous Pokemon. Acrobata! Yeah, all the great tasks go down to acrobatics. Flint's gonna try to evolve, but you're not going to, because you're just a baby, sort of. You can't evolve. You're not allowed to. I don't like having to cancel evolutions. This is what I suppose one of the things I dislike the most about the Foreverlocke. Having to cancel this many evolutions. I can, if I don't intend to use the Pokemon a lot, then I can just get them with an Everstone and then save myself from that. But then if randomly I decide, oh, it would be useful here, then it suddenly doesn't have an Eevee light or the Rocky Helmet or whatever item normally is useful. Oh look, it's a Brute Bonnet! Punch and slap it. Bye-bye. Another level for Yulia. With level 82. Looking good. Those Pokemon would very easily win if they just actually teamed up on us. It for some reason, but it's faster at level 64. The one in the upcoming fight level 66, so they're for sure faster, even with the level difference. And that one might actually have some more EVs. Optimized, better IVs, optimized nature perhaps. I don't have that many deals in front of me. Two more fights to go. One that actually matters because the other one is confirmed to win. Hi, Professor. How you doing? Welcome to Professor Robot. What's in here? Not much. It feels right to pick up the boost energy even though we're not going to use it. I gotta make sure that I have a boost energy transferred over from a previous playthrough. Would I ever come to use one of the paradoxes? Because eventually I will. But maybe there's something that dies late on that I can add one earlier. But I said in previous finales as well, if something dies after beating the final thing that has a level cap on it, which is Titan Tatsugiri. Because I'm pretty sure Titan Tatsugiri is a level above Eri, I think. Either one of the two. One is like 58, one is 59. After all, the level cap becomes unlimited, and a UR dies, I'd want to add Enamoris probably first. If it, of course, fits the typing of the team. But by just using and Hall of Faming Enamoris, I give myself the certainty that I don't have to ever face Volo again in Legends Arceus. I may have to play it again in the future to get, I don't know, maybe my Hisuian Sliggoo will die at some point, or my Hisuian Samurai, or my Hisuian Voltorb. I have to play that game again to get those Pokemon again. Maybe if Hisuian Samurai dies, I may just start with Oshawott in Pokemon Black, Slaughtered as Hisuian Samura, transfer over, then go to Legends Arceus, because I still need to evolve it there. So I might still have to do another play with Legends Arceus, but that'll be much later, much farther down the line. But the knowledge I will never have to face Follow again, which is only required to get an Amoris, would be really nice. And that would also, in turn, make me feel more comfortable using things like my Gallade and my Dusknoir, which I've used previously against Follow. Pretty sure I'm ready. Oh, I guess I can put those ribbons on. I'm Paldea champion. The plan is Yulia sets up bulk up times 6, maybe heals somewhere along the way, survives then headbutts, and then sweeps from there. Fluttermane is a little scary because it is faster and can hit me super effectively with Thunderbolt, so I hope Fluttermane comes out late so I can just not have to Terrasilize. Once Fluttermane comes in, I Terra, which means Terra Fighting, which is not the optimal one, I guess, for this battle, but it's not bad. The only thing super effective against fighting in the entire fight are the opening Slitherwing Zen Headbutt, and then Screamtail with Play Rough and Zen Headbutt. Now, Screamtail's offense aren't that great. It's most of its stats are in HP. Let's do this. Initializing emergency shutdown. This scene is so cool. The music, the sounds, coloring. It's up to you now, Savannah. Please. At last. At last my dream is within reach. And you're not getting in the way! Let's go, Sada. I want 6 more Hall of Famers. Let's fight. The interesting thing, you place twice around the time you first select your move. That's when it starts. Around this bit. I don't know who you think you are, but I'm not about to let anyone get in the way of my goals. How much does Zen Headbutt do? Because I need to do a calculator. Because if it suddenly, with the crit, would help KO me, I need to do something. I don't have leftovers on, because there is a chance I will use acrobatics. I'll use the acrobatics in a few points. Okay, so that's 74 damage. So that's 2/3 of what it can do due to the bulk up. So add 37, let's say 36 for easy calculation. Did it say? Yeah, it's 7. Let's add 36 for easy calculation. 80, 110. 110 regular super effective without bulk up. So around times 1.5, 165-ish for a crit. But the more multiplications we do, the more things we skip, the more min-max things you have to think about. If this is a min damage thing, 191 to 137, 54. That was effectively half damage with 2 bulk ups, so that's 108. We calculated around 110 earlier, so that makes sense. And regular super effective hit would be 110, so we can expect around 165 damage for a crit Zen headbutt. It can miss, but it can also just hit. No matter how accurate it is, we have to assume it can hit. Okay, that is not good. I was hoping they just wouldn't do that and they would keep using Zen headbutt. Because now I'm going to be slower than everything else, and that is a risk that I'm taking. I shouldn't take that much damage from Scream Tail, even if it hits super effectively, because Scream Tail isn't that strong. It's less strong than Slitherwing is. Brood Bonnet hits partially on the special side, but it doesn't have any moves that even hit me for normal effective damage. Fluttermane's the scary one. I can one-shot it once I attack. I just need to make sure I can get to attacking. And likely because I'm flying type, it's going to Thunderbolt if I Terra into fighting that turn. I think it'll be okay. The 165. Don't do lunge. I just don't want them to use lunge. So that again. It could crit me from here, but I'm done using bulk up now. Firm. I lost 6 PP, so I should speed down too. That sucks. But it is what it is. I much more prefer to play like this than use X items. It was made very clear, I think in my first playthrough of this game, I so overused X items just to be safe. I really didn't like that. I felt bad about it the entire battle. I was allowed to do it, and I accepted that, and I got to the Hall of Fame. But that was not the way I wanted to play it. What did they do? Did they miss in headbutt? Alright, let's just fight. I don't want them to crit me on any hits. Especially if they would have crit me there, it would have been scary going into the next fight. They have 3 Pokemon with a super effective move on a fighting flying type. Scream Tail, Fluttermane, Sandy Shocks. Scream Tail is probably gonna be next. It's next in the order and can hit super effectively. I would have preferred Scream Tail to come out 3rd out of those 3. So I can use Scream Tail to heal up again. Some headbutt play rough. I'm gonna check. Slitherwing. Scream Tail base speed. I expect that I get outsped or anything. Slitherwing, 81 base. Scream Tail actually is 111. Better overall stats than I remembered. The only things that aren't strong on it are its attacking stats. Okay. So it's for sure outspeeding me. Let's see how much damage it does. I was at 237 before. It does get, I suppose, stab on its headbutt or flare up, but it has about half the attack power of the one. Yeah, that's about the same. I should just attack before they lower my stats. Acrobatics. Please don't lower my stats. On my attack. Thank you. Below, I want to heal somewhere. I have as much HP as possible going into Flutter Mane. That's one of the scary ones. And I have been hit twice. I do have some backup Pokemon, but the moment I switch, I reset the bulk up, which might mean I need to reset on everything. A reset up. Where do I do that? Just with Screen Drill did. Don't switch, don't switch, don't switch. Okay. Didn't double tap. Toxic Flex for you. I could use it, but yeah. Where is it safe outside of against Group 1? Could, if I'm really low health, I could go into Flint against Group 1. And then actually Dazzling Gleam there would be good. Okay, they have Thunderbolt to super effectively hit me. That is scary. So I Terrasilize purely so I'm not weak to Electric. I'm not going to boost my damage because I'm still going to use Acrobatics, even though I can actually hit it with Close Combat because of Scrappy. I still Acrobatics. Julia? Terra Form! Shine with the power of our hopes and dreams! Get us into the Hall of Fame! Thunderbolt! That wouldn't even have KO'd on Super Effective. I'm surprised. Flutter Mane down, but now they're going to send in Sandy Shocks. Actually, no, they're not, because Electric's not super effective anymore. Brood Bonnet is a safe Pokemon to set to heal on. They don't have a super effective move against fighting anymore. They've used all of them. And Flutter Mane never had a fairy move, which is surprising. If I commit to keeping using Gilia, I stay in here, heal against Brood Bonnet, KO it. Go from there, Gilia the entire way. If I change strategy, I switch to Flynn now. Toxic Spikes. I can't use Spore, but I can Toxic Spikes, Dazzling Gleam it. Actually, they can, you know, they can normal effective hit with Giga Drain, I suppose, but Toxic Spikes upset up for the rest, but then stall game? No. I'm gonna keep going with Julia, which was the first strategy I come up with. Come on. Scary Pokemon, but this thing doesn't hit me that well. I did Terra already, so I'm not Flying type. Therefore, they can normal effectively hit me with Earth Power and Giga Drain now. Which means... Actually, Earth Power isn't stab, but probably is Giga Drain twice. I hope they Sucker Punch, even though I don't believe they would. If they Giga Drain twice, that'd be most damage. That's a lot. I'm still faster because Brood Bonnet is hella slow. I really like that. What's the speed in a Brood Bonnet? Base 55. And Flamigo has around, like, has almost 100? 90. So the level difference helped there. Same level, I don't expect that to that would have worked. Here comes Sandy Shocks. Considering the damage Flutter Mane dealt, I'm not as worried about Sandy Shocks, but crit can always happen. Sandy Shocks is speed 101 for sure, can hit well. Special attack 121, which is lower than Flutter Mane because it has 135. I should just attack here, but then Roaring Moon is going to come in, and Roaring Moon is going to be stronger. The thing is with Roaring Moon, though, even though it has booster energy to boost its attack, and it already has a really good attack stat, Roaring Moon only has physical attacks. I have Bulk Up with so a bunch of defense boosts. But if it crits, it deals the most damage out of all of them. If they don't, it does almost nothing. And the best they can do against me is Dragon Claw. And with full health, I might survive a crit Dragon Claw. So here I just attack. It's an electric ground. So we're actually going to use liquidation once here. I did not like how much damage that was. That was just over 100. So that would have been nearly a KO, I think, on a crit. I don't remember exactly what number of HP I started on. I think that would have been almost a KO on a crit. This is the first playthrough where I didn't do grinding against a Chansey and Blissey around the fairy base, because there was just a Chansey outbreak. So I just battled a bunch of Chansey last night. And I did most of the outbreak until I ran out of power points, I believe. Alright, Roaring Moon. One-shot it. For sure with a crit that can beat me. I need to heal. I hope I never see the crit. Night Slash higher chance to crit, but I resisted, so that's not gonna KO. Dragon Claw's their best one. Stone Edge, higher chance to crit. That is resisted. 28. That's regular. Times 4 ignores bulk cut. Let's say 30 damage. For easy calculation. The normal damage ignoring bulk cut will be around 120. Which means a crit will be around 180. We survived that. Let's get 6 Hall of Famers. Julia! Double stab! Close combat! Six Hall of Famers. Let's go! No, Flint, you're not evolving. Not allowed. I like how in this, if they aren't on the field and they're trying to evolve, I can cancel the left trigger. No, Coco, you're not evolving. Yeah, Coco is just Coco. Hey, don't fall, Coco. You can sit here again. For the last time. The true villain of the story is a character that's been dead for years. But everything they set up while they were alive causing us lots of trouble. They have more Pokemon to play with. But so do we. You're about 7? Right on. Your turn. You want out? Then let's do this thing. Go! Dino Bicycle! You can do this, Dino Bicycle. Let's go. And here is the Winged Cane. Right on, battle form. Let's do this. Of course. Course. More damage. Do my best, Benny. I survived it, now you have to skip a turn. Oh look, I have a power boost. Collision Force! the speed boost. And let me have some. Omni boost engaged. Similarly to how it works in Gym 6, they cheer for me, I get powers. We didn't see Terra Dragon earlier. Flint actually has Terra Dragon. I didn't Terra with it when I was fighting the Raichu earlier. We'll see it here! Terra Dragon! Dino Bicycle! I'm a hero! Woo! Go Dino Bicycle! Dragon! And while this is going on, I guess I will talk about what's gonna happen next. I've completed another set of 10 playthroughs, so in the Foreverlocke Discord, for those that are in there, I will, somewhere in the coming week, probably make an overview of the last 10 playthroughs. I do that after every 10, where in a Foreverlocke style, I choose 3 UR Pokemon, 2 1X, and 1 2X. That I've used in the last 10 playthroughs, and say, make a team of 6 out of all the 10 playthroughs combined, of Pokemon that I felt were the best, but also the Pokemon that were the most surprising. Now, Pokemon can be both surprising, surprisingly good, and generally super useful. Like Boldore in the original White playthrough, surprisingly good, and it became one of my best Pokemon. And then a Pokemon that didn't super stand out, but that ended up becoming, let's say, an MVP, was Yanmega in Platinum. And then out of the maximum 12 Pokemon that I've chosen, sometimes there's a bit of overlap between surprisingly good and just generally top Pokemon. I choose one MVP, and often that's UR, because you use those mostly in battles, although I believe in the first 10 playthroughs it was Boldore. Nice damage output, very safe with sturdy. Goes up to deal good damage. Farewell, my free adventurers. I bid you adieu. After I've made that overview, well, maybe even right before, what's the next playthrough? We've completed a loop through the generations, our 4th loop. We have completed most games. There are a few generations, actually just 2, Gen 3 and Gen 4, that have 5 games in them. Gen 3 technically has Coliseum XD if you count as extra, but 5 are the regular games. So those will 100% be played in the next loop. So for Gen 3, that's Pokemon Ruby, and for Gen 4, that's Pokemon Diamond. And after those have been played and completed, I will have completed all of the main Pokemon games of the Foreverlocke, which just leaves Let's Go Pikachu, which at some point I still want to do, but I only want to do that once I have enough slots open. I have 2 1X and 2 URs available in Gen 1 right now that I can catch there, because you can't transfer anything into it. Except via Pokemon Go, and I don't feel right doing that, because that's not the Foreverlocke game. Technically, I could put in Melton and Melmetal, but for sure Melmetal I want to use in Sword and Shield to use the Gigantamax. Melton, I don't really know. Probably none. Let's go, but we'll see. I haven't really decided. I already have enough 1Xs. Right now, it would be Jinx, Kabutops, Scyther, Machoke. Those are the 4 that I have available there. I need a 2X, and just because I want to have a team of 6. And another UR. But also, I want a Pokemon, preferably one of those 2Xs and URs just to fill the team of 6. I want one of them to be available before Gym 1, which aren't that many Pokemon. Because to start with just the starter Pikachu and play for a little bit, sure. But before the first gym, I want to be able to change to at least 1 Pokemon that I can use for a normal playthrough. No, when I did Let's Go Eevee, I had both an Nidoran female and a Bellsprout that I could catch before Gym 1. Used those for a bit. Added Charmander, which I believe became a Charmeleon. And then caught the rest along the way. Now, unfortunately, I did have, I believe, my Jinx die in Victory Road to a Ditto. Like a trainer's Ditto. And I didn't have any other spare UR, so I had to add another 1X, which was available. So I added Saida. It was 3 1X, 2 URs that play through. I know the 1X are eventually going to run out, so I prefer to just do 3 URs, 2 1X, and a 2X. As far as we can do. New loop. We'll have Ruby. We'll have Diamond. But what does it start with? Actually, it starts with the game that we also haven't done, because Gen 1 has Red, Blue, Yellow. And we've now done, I believe, Red twice. But there's a game that I decided to add. And I decided this right after I started Red in this loop. So playthrough 32 that would have been. Pokemon Green. Japanese. So I know where most of the buttons are. I might have to remember what the characters are for Potion, for Pokeball, for Escape Rope, things like that. Rare Candy, Pokeflute. I know how most of the game works, so that'll be fine. And then I need to make sure the main thing is just which move has which characters, because I want to learn more Japanese. I can understand spoken Japanese a little bit, but not very well yet. It's reading and writing that I still have a lot of work. I still have a lot of work to do in that aspect. So I can't really read much. I know what the names of a good amount of the Pokemon are, a good amount of the moves. I like to say them. So I intend to learn a lot of Japanese Pokemon and move names more when I get through that game. Because the original games from Red and Green in Japan, there's wacky sprites. Also, credits coming in, so I'm not going to go talk, because this is going to be muted. Because YouTube doesn't like this part. Pokemon Green will be the next playthrough. I'm gonna start it probably, I'm probably gonna skip tomorrow, start it maybe Friday, Saturday, we'll see. Other things that I have to do in my real life, finding a new job is one of the massive priorities for sure. Continuing my life doing things, meeting people, having fun. Foreverlocke is just one of the ways that I have fun. I have some YouTube videos to record. I have a finale of a certain metronome tournament still to stream. That's coming up relatively soon, so keep an eye on it. I'm expecting next week somewhere it'll happen. I'm not confirming yet which day, but I'll say it multiple days ahead of time. Probably I'll use one of the Saturday streams. Ooh, need to get the screenshot. Yeah! Need to make sure I always have that one. Probably somewhere next week. I'm thinking right now next week Saturday is where I'll do it. I'm not gonna do much here, just gonna grab the Master Ball, catch Screamtail probably, but I'll do that off stream. Thank you very much for watching this finale, for watching this video, for watching it on YouTube. Our next playthrough, which you'll first see next week, Wednesday, as normal. Wednesday is my Foreverlocke stream day on Twitch. Always stream at least Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday, and Wednesday is the Foreverlocke. Pokemon Green and its wacky sprites. Some of them look so bad. Some of them look pretty similar, like Staryu and Starmie. Some of them... What even is Venusaur? Thank you very much for watching, and make sure you always remember that you are worth it. Goodbye.